wasomu ya umwanchi umurigere rwegeta seniki Ndizi TV nabo bwansu bwo Gusii ngwege nari tkoria ondigenderete ko bari torerkima na nene no genderete kwego kya asoko bwatemero beri yegeta seniki Ndizi TV nabo obwansu bwo Gusii nigorire ritkoria ijuma tariki 10 mutinyo kabere omwaka no ibekiri bibere na meronke ebere na isato na igona manka genderete gukorekana ase chinsemo au imense ya Kenya ekero twororumna umurai wense Dr. William Samoei Ruto ni goe mambiarero abagakora igikaro kya babwatani korwa serikali nene naboigo serikali county murobere okorekana ase omubugani oyomo ime yensemo ya Naivasha ero gukwanira amangana ao ayo arengete koreta magendero anene ase owakana kwebango singakie echo nigo obomoboria bwa azimio la umoja wa Kenya korawa no muraibu OBOMORAILA Odinga amono mokonyo ye Martha Karua bagenderete ne tare abase county ya Machakos singa kibagenderete ne misangirekano yogo tanchirana amachibu yobachore bonene bwo mwaka oeta na sensemo yoborendi nigo mwaziri boborendi Kithure Kindiki neragenderete ne tare yaye ase chinsemo au anene chirichi abere chi kwene kya okoborwa koborendi kwene kya buna urigiriye CHINCHERA gosebune serikali barigiriye CHINCHERA chibonerte erio oborendi kwene kiwa ase abananchi kono mancho muri ne chinga kingiye kero cyaragire Chinsa Isano na Ibere cyabona mubaso mo kwarigania SMS ya mayahiro ngo banyabuna nara yaya nta kwariganire asenchera ere yobwenge endra gotonyora sensemere ya Facebook wetera Ndizi TV News Digital asensemo ya YouTube tonyora wetera Ndizi TV News na bogo tweet wetera @Ndizi TV News boigo ase website yaito nigora tonyora wetera www.ndizitv.or.ke erio togendre gusanga mankiriteriane Everlyne Osero toko watrana nere Joshua Auta kwene kya wekera sensemo yebimanyererio Kokwari antocha ke asenchira yo wengene ngana yo goichanya korwase county ya Kisii awase abamenyi bensemo ya Nyankonko yo tokase wadi ya Kisii Central ebunge nyaribari chache baboka no moichano ne yemagega yo konyoro mubere w'umusao yo mubwe myaka ya igatwa gotugutire ase gotingire amaboko ayo gochimayega nawe gotwara chingoma chinyinge nege korebo no geichania abamenyi benseme yo asibasinyire buna ningo oitete omusao yo useninki ya moberete mobironya gosira ni gorusi wasayo n'abanyanyimbo na koirwa sengendu ya Kisii teaching and referral chinga kibono obotukibwa chakiwe
atole no moichana tu abokire gwakirwe simikuru jogo ngo muntu nari kwa orojosi okwete wana to kumeti ngaki agukuna ajire na ajire koligereri tindamumanya no mumuromoke okorore between 20 to 26 yagati yabo enjere yaito nebugate shida sambiri roja antori gweta amura no bare batongetie nyasore ko gweterio kire nyasore nario ogutiokerera wono gagi to gusaba bagambi baito gagi kamuranje motokonye enjere na ntwerabe bone ga no abana bakwende sukuru bakuruware kurugetare munyi bagosoma taracha bagosoma ikiwe ndeguchi gochigetembe kigati bono tokumeti enjere neteke ekiagera bona abana ngweta barega ga saa 11 uchi school abande bachikonyorera chigari town abande baenda taracha moja bono gagie kesi muneke tokumeti ekiagera omumuro oyo ndeta iyo mumanyire igasibire chingori gochi maega amamiri arigereretisi bono okoro anga gaitere tuare akareto because nabetire meyu mutu ono kanga amanyinga na ichirense ono okoro anga imogeti gukurware akaretu agatorunsa
Omurai wekiama kia ODM-RAILA Odinga nigagenderete kuba mochia abarai baria bakurwase obomobwa azimio la umoja wa Kenya abo babete bawekirana se nyumba y'oburai ya State House mimucho Nairobi erikumirana n'umurai wense Dr. William Samoei Ruto askiri abararire koba abataigi abgose abatari kwegenwa gukwana me county ya Machakos sasa agenderete n'umusangirikanoye nigatebire buna abarai yabo nigabo bwente kwe Russia gose ko Rusiwa ase obomobwa bwa azimio la umoja wa Kenya ege kogarani go barache koreta oboturubanie asobo mobwo.
If the government wants any legislation, first there must be a cabinet memorandum. That matter is discussed in the cabinet. The cabinet then approves it. It it goes to the Attorney General, who then now complete the bill, the draft bill which has passed by the cabinet, is then given to the leader majority, who now comes and tables it before the House. That is how the civilized parliament work. So this law, which is supposed to be initiated by the president through the speaker, is null ab initio, null and void, and should not be accepted by parliament. And our advice is that our members of parliament should not accept to deliberate the legislation. The other one is saying that these members who have defected from AZIMIO coalition need to resign their positions.
Na kubwatikana n'engane yegotebekana buna aba obisabu burendi nigo batarretenga yoyo kabero muwaziri w'uburendi waime Dr. Fredo Kengo Matiangi asenga ya emi mucho Nairobi nigo bono ebirenkerero ao nabo igo obwo gendrete koenekiwa korwase abarai ao mura gose muteneri bekyombe kyobosoiri no botukidisi ai Mohamed Amin niga kwanire igoro yege korekyo asekeria aenekire buna asensemo yabo tibatometi bisonde wensi bekyombe ya DCI gochia senga ya Matiangi korengana nere oyo no muroberi obete kogo korwa no muraiwe kyama kya ODM Raila Odinga na boigo omo ske Dr. Matiangi igento ba atebiruna nigo gekoreta obwo basaba Kenya.
Some already interviewed by the DCI that he was expecting guests who were lawyers and instructed them to grant access to his home upon their arrival. The lawyers arrived shortly after and proceeded to a meeting inside the house of Dr. Fred Matiangi. They were later joined afterwards by politicians led by none other than the former Prime Minister, Raila Odinga. After another few minutes, the lawyers drove off in 3 vehicles, leaving 3 other cars in the compound. And as they left, they informed the guards that they were going to address the press. At around 9:30 p.m., Mr. Odinga and team left the home to go and join the lawyers in the press conference. Dr. Matiangi then informed the guards that police will be arriving, accompanied by the media, to arrest him and instructed them to allow the police access to the home but to lock out the media. The communication team attached to Honorable Raila Odinga then alerted newsroom that the former CS home was surrounded by an elite squad of the police. The media without question reported the news as a fact and became part of the disinformation campaign.
Muwaziri wa mangana yoberania Eludio walo nigatairu namba gendrete kwene kia okubeko wechiwaya che internet echuchira chie kuororobia obotumeki wechinchera chie kereroni go gendrete ase chinsemo au imeyense ya Kenya ukwana chinga kiechi walo wego nigaberega kwene kia unanonyo murobere yoko gendrete nigo orasobongora kubwatikana nemechando au ye gendrete kwene kiwa anene aso kuborwa kwebinto bisaine eryo goikirani umurobere yo.
We did commit ourselves that we are going to roll out a minimum of 100,000 kilometers of fiber optic cable. We also did indicate that we will establish and operationalize to the tune of 25,000 free Wi-Fi hotspots and also 1,450 digital hubs within the villages at the ward level. For doing this, ladies and gentlemen, was twofold. That one, as we speak, we have got a gap in terms of ICT infrastructure in the country. And through that digital superhighway, we should then be able to facilitate access to reliable and stable internet in those parts of the country which hitherto had not been ICT enabled. One of the challenges we are facing within the technological space in this country is high cost of data. The government found it imperative that as opposed to just reducing the cost of data, which anyway we are already engaging the telecommunication companies on, we go the full hog and explore and in fact pursue the possibility of rolling out free Wi-Fi hotspots in integral components of the Kenyan society, so that those who are at the bottom of the economic pyramid are able to access internet for free.
Ekiombe getenerete amangana y'omurakera emeyense ya Kenya National Disaster Management nigo kiaene kiriyo komentekana KW'OMORAKEERA ase county au imeyense ya Kenya kurengana n'umunyakero go bw'ekiombe kyo Peter Ndewa nigo atebiru na wikabono abantu wetani 1,400,000 nigo bagenderete wakwa n'umuchando yo igentaburirie serikali kwango yemerobero yo kubeka nonya na mache asichinsemo au eriyo gotoria abananchi asibo baganirie abasemari yakugendera wesokia na KORWA obukonyi bwa bene.
So far we know that there's about 4.3 million who are still food insecure in the country. Almost 940,000 children are suffering from acute malnutrition, whilst about 130,000 lactating mothers are facing malnutrition. And we are aware that 2.5 million livestock have died during the ongoing drought. So about 65% of agricultural produce has failed in most of the ASAL counties, with most open water sources drying up. So water is also an important area that we need to start focusing on. So the severity of the drought cannot be understated. We will be calling upon Kenyans to continue giving to the Drought Response Fund via paybill 880-990, paybill 880-990, which is available on all mobile networks, and it is free. There is no charge to that pay bill, and you can contribute as much as you can afford. Any amounts will make a big difference and will go a long way in enabling us to reach Kenyans who are affected.
Ekiombe ya Kemfrey nigo yachakira omuroberio bw'okorya CHINCHERA GOKINIA UCHUMI ense ya Kenya GOETERA ase CHINYANCHA okwana chinga ky'okorigereria obokoreri ase nyancha ya Victoria munyakero go bw'ekiombe kyo John Safari nigatere n'omuroberio yo nochigokonya anene abakenya ase mono orachikorwa libagali emeremo ase abasae nane nabang'ina.
We should have the capacity even to undertake mineral exploration. We should have the capacity to develop blue energy in the way of energy production through currents and through winds. We are targeting industrial development also in the region, so that fish is not just a source of food, but a source of employment.
Blue economy is not only about fisheries. As my chairman has said, there are other areas where we have not explored properly as an institution. One, because of lack of capacity. Things like geology, minerals, you can't go to the ocean without a ship, you can't go to the ocean without some other equipment. These are the areas where we need the government to come in and other collaborators who come in.
Abakora emirimo ase serikali ye county ya HOMABAY anene bali bakora emirimo ase ensemo ya Public Service Board nabo igo ensemiri yo gusangirira bango nigo batianiwe bene eryokorwa obokoreri ase abamenyi bensemeyo okwana chinga kiye cyo mugavana we county ya HOMABAY Gladys Wanga nigo arwege kuro ase bali abakoira yaki unenchireyemo yoko bangaina abantu ase okubarika emirimo ase serikali ye county ya HOMABAY na watana nigo barachikuimokerwa egetamkire getindi
Today, the Public Service Board of HOMABAY is fully, duly constituted as per the law.
I, Dr. Wenwa Akinyi Oranga.
I, Joseph Otieno Oreta.
I, Hilda Chiengo Nyango.
I, Alois Rodi Abuya.
I, Calvins Omondi Oguma.
I, Dr. Tobias Otieno Konyango, confirm that I have read and understood the Leadership and Integrity Act.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Joseph Otieno Oreta now.
Of members of the County Public Service Board was conducted and concluded in accordance with the provisions of Section 58A.
Just serve diligently. You don't even be broke and dusty, but you have not defrauded anybody's child. Not again will OMABAY be looked for from the bottom of the list coming up. We will be looked for from the top of the list coming down. What was most common here in this county, and that we came in and was a big elephant in the room, was the issue of people within the board accepting bribes or money in exchange for giving jobs or positions to our children. So what I said from the beginning is I can forgive you for hiring your relative or child or friend, but not
na kurose semeria chigosori nigo muroberi obokori KW'ABAGOSORIA be chigosori au stitimu au awetera asenchira yekerero muroberi manyakante na FIFA Connect obego gochakiwa bene ase county ya Kisii korengana no munyakerogo bwekeombe kia Football Kenya Federation ase urusayar wa Kisii Jesrael Mbegera nigo atebire buna amagire yo achakire bene asateba buna no chegokonya gotango boturubania obo bwabere bokoene kiwa ase abagosoria bechitimu au
na lero nturi no mogoko asengencho ntubwate a very special program ejitimu cheito ase county ya Kisii tuko train ase system ikorunga FIFA Connect eyene system ikotumika all over the country and the world at large yoko register players bagwakira ebirabo bitu by'umupira system erengia asengencho omogosorio gwakire club A takonyara ko register gwakira club B ikagera yuno mochando twabere tugutwara kurumaegaga Kisii ni chibere twaiteire kwa nkonyora abagosori bago register chi team more than one baja konya koleta chisegi baja koleta bututukanu lakini system yetu chakonyitumia lero a player kare registered ni club kamo ikabone gutwaranga no ago wakire club yiki ekerago soka guchi club kende ago soka no murubiri umya na endekero kende na bagonyara gwabaga gwakaneru elinde none club kya benefit na no player ya benefit igorende na kitoro igakora lero igotubwate chi team emerongo ibiri chiabere tayari chiabere registry to train the process yeyu wacha ko register their players so that we start our league next week.
Nomugavana bwe county ya Tharaka Nithi Mdhumi Njuki nigatere buno kugania ngororo ebiti bye chigosori kogendera korosi wa ase obwango anenegeti kia kiburia imeye county yo nigatebire bunanigera chigokonya muno gokinia chigosori nabo igo emiroberiende yorabege gukorekana ase ebiti bye chigosori nigaya kwanete chingaki omo waziri bwa mwana chigosori ababu na mwamba abeteka gutarira nsemeyo eryo koligereria amagendero yo bwagachi bwegetie
It looks better than most of the stadiums in this country, including some in Nairobi that I don't want to mention. It has got the ambience. But believe it or not, the His Excellency the President could not use this field when he was campaigning. This was a no-go zone for all of us. But now, tutaikalia na yote mbili, na tutaichezea kutoka left, right and center because it is the right time. I am saying this because His Excellency is very particular about using this field as his maiden visit to Tharaka Nithi since he was elected as a president. We intend to hold our prayer, Thanksgiving prayer here, and we hope that by the time he comes, he'll
Manchu murigeria narna kwaliganeretia CHINCHERA Yowinge Chinsa Isano na Ibere korende amangino chikanyora nenda CHINCHERA Yowinge chikoraga Chinsa ikumi gendera gutwara uburigeri borobya semero berionse getaseni kya Ndizi TV ekerongo kuinyoria buna nabako endera otonyora sensemo ya Facebook wetera Ndizi TV News Digital asensemo ya YouTube otonyora wetera Ndizi TV News naboko tweet wetera @Ndizi TV News go ase website yeto tonyora wetera www.ndizitv.or.ke Erio togendre gusangama kiritariane Everlyne Osero nigotwabwatira nere Joshua Auta kwene kya wikeire asensemo imenyererio twaro burigeri borobya nabo igo umubasoro motoereru.